And good evening. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing great. Thanks for streaming with us. We really appreciate it. A lot of clouds today. I mean, that was the name of the game, that's for sure. Cloud cover, not many showers. We did have a little sprinkle about 6 p.m. or so, and that's all we've seen so far. But we've got an upper level system approaching, and I think we will have some showers overnight, mainly showers. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder. I think most of the thunderstorms will stay kind of to the south and east, closer to the coast. But first of all, you were probably expecting Bill, but you've got me tonight, and Hope is saying good evening. Good evening. I'm sure you're surprised that it's Paul Mireles and not Bill Taylor. And Taylor, hi, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing great, and I want to thank everybody for being with me. All right, temperature is out there right now. We're sitting in the lower 60s at 62, and again, we do have just a lot of cloud cover. This is what I'm expecting. Again, showers overnight, scattered showers. Probably not a whole lot in the rain gauge, maybe a quarter of an inch, something like that. Along the coastal sections, better chance of some thunderstorms, especially closer to sunrise with this disturbance moving through. And then what I think is going to happen is we'll have like a little drizzle in the morning, perhaps patchy fog. And then by close to noon, maybe early afternoon, we'll start clearing out. We'll see a little sunshine. And that's when I think we may become just unstable enough late in the afternoon and evening that we'll have a few isolated thunderstorms that will develop. Chances that they'll be severe is rather low, but if one does pop, break through the cap, maybe marble-sized hail. I'm going to show you the maps on that coming up. So there is a slim chance that some of the storms could be severe, but I think most of the hail, because the instability is going to be lacking a little bit, probably the updraft speeds won't be more than maybe 35 miles an hour or something. I think marble-sized hail is probably about the biggest we're going to see, but there could be some. Anyway, I'll show you the maps here in just a minute. All right, weekend, we've got some sun on Saturday, and also we'll have some clouds on Sunday. It's kind of funny now that I look at it, how I wrote that, sun or clouds. I mean, isn't that usually the case? But no, I think it's going to be kind of a split decision. Saturday's probably going to be a little bit better than Sunday as far as cloud cover. All right, next several hours, lots of clouds. As we head closer to midnight, we'll have a chance for some showers to start developing. And again, I can't rule out a rumble of thunder moving through. Okay, so this is the radar. What I've done here, because there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. When you put on the regular composite radar, it looks like it's got the chicken pox. I mean, just stuff all over the place. So I'm just using the radar sites out of New Braunfels, Brackettville, and Corpus Christi. It looks a little cleaner, but we're not picking up probably some light showers out there. It's just not doing quite the job. But there are probably some light showers here and there across the area. Can't rule that out. So anyway, hopefully the radar will get a little bit better. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures. Right now we're sitting at about 62, Uvalde's 60, Del Rio's at 64, Hallettsville 66, and George West coming in at 65. All right, let me take a little time out and say hi to some folks. What time is it? Oh, we got a little time. Let's see, Paul, how are you? Good evening and have a good night. All right. Good evening and good night. Hey, thanks for streaming with us. And I'll be honest, I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. Grew up in Fort Worth, no excuse, but I don't know Spanish very well. When I was growing up, didn't really have many people to speak to. But so, Ines, I cannot really respond very much to that. Maybe we might have some folks here in the newsroom that are looking and maybe can help me out with that. So, Courtney, hi, how are you? And hey, Courtney, hopefully you're having a good evening. And Dan, are we done with freezes? We are, Dan. We're done with freezes. Plant as much as you want, whatever you want. I think we're fine. You know, usually you can't usually use this all the time, but when the crepe myrtles start coming out, that's a pretty good indication. You know, if we had a lot of mesquite trees around here, that's another good indication when they start coming out. But looking at the maps, I don't think we're going to have another freeze. I think we're in the clear there. Now we have had a freeze as late as, is it April 3rd? I think April 3rd, 1987, I believe. We had a freeze. So I mean, it can happen, but I don't see it. Okay, so here's what's going on. We've got a frontal boundary, Amarillo, Oklahoma City, Memphis, Atlanta. That front is not going to reach us. As a matter of fact, that's about as far south as it's pushed. But this is kind of interesting. Look at Amarillo. 73 a couple hours ago. And now Amarillo's at 59. So a little bit of a frontal boundary there. Why am I pointing it out? because it's on the map. It's not going to affect us at all. All right, we've got high pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, a little trough out to the west, and the pressure gradient's really not all that tight. I mean, you see the isobars here. They're widely spread, so it's not that breezy out there. But one thing that is happening, though, with that southeasterly wind off of the Gulf of Mexico, it is pumping up some moisture. That's what all the green is underneath. If I was to take the clouds off, I can't, but if I was to take the clouds off of there, you'd see a lot of moisture. So in advance of that storm system that's approaching, we've got a lot of moisture. That's one ingredient for severe weather. The other ingredients are going to be directional shear, which is the winds turning with height. That helps to get the thunderstorm spinning. You got speed shear. That means that as you go up with altitude, you increase the speed of the wind, and then you've got instability and buoyancy. So we got all these things coming. Some of them are coming together. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so we got some moisture in place there. We've got the upper level system that's out to the west, and on my map here, where you see those red blobs, I'm going to call them disturbances. It's a little bit more than that, but anyway, as those approach overnight, it's going to start to really add some lift, and I think we're right on the verge already, so we'll start to see some showers developing, especially after midnight, and then I think the bulk of the disturbances kind of push through once we get past about 5 or 6 in the morning, and then we're just left with cloudy skies, maybe a little drizzle, and then the main system comes in. That's why I think we're going to see some sunshine, and then when the main system comes in with all that red, a lot of punch to the atmosphere, that's when late in the afternoon, I think we could see a few isolated thunderstorms develop along a boundary. It's kind of an occluded front, kind of a slash dry line. I'll show you the map here in just a minute. And along that boundary, there could be literally a few thunderstorms. But any thunderstorm in the afternoon tomorrow, I think we're lacking again in instability. Like the updraft speeds are going to be only like 35 miles an hour. But I think it's going to be enough that we'll probably see marble-size hail. Severe has got to be like almost an inch, so 0.88. So not really severe, but some of these storms may have marble-size hail tomorrow afternoon. Again, I'll get to that in a minute. As we head into the weekend, Saturday sunshine, and with our next system coming in for Sunday, we're going to really cloud up. And then on Monday, we've got a chance for some showers. It'll be really brief chance, and I think mainly Sunday night into Monday morning. And at this point, those storms don't look severe either. So let's take a look. Okay, this is the overnight. This is the Storm Prediction Center. In the green, this is a very slight risk. So you got slight and you got marginal. And by the way, I've never liked their wording here. Marginal and enhanced and moderate and high. I don't know. Marginal just seems, but anyway, very, very slight risk of severe storms in the green, just southeast of San Antonio. And to be honest with you, I think along the coast, if we have any severe storms overnight, they're going to be down towards Victoria or Goliad, and that is a big if because we've got a really strong cap. So I don't think that's going to really happen. Here's your chance for tomorrow, mainly San Antonio to Kendall County, let's see, Blanco County, Gillespie. What am I doing here? It's late at night, I guess. Gillespie County, and then north and eastward towards Austin, towards Houston, and then kind of south and east towards Victoria. Now, looking at this map, I wouldn't be surprised if the slight risk area, when the guys at the Storm Prediction Center up in Norman, Oklahoma, when they redo this, I would not be surprised at all if they didn't move that slight risk area a little bit further to the west, including maybe Bandera, maybe Kerrville, just a little bit more Fredericksburg. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Probably won't move it any further to the south, and they may cut out a little bit of the Victoria area. If it was going to change at all, that's the only change that I would make if I was at the Storm Prediction Center, but they probably have a whole room full of guys that are working on it, but that's what I think might happen. Okay, so that's for tomorrow afternoon. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Let's see here. Man, we got a lot of folks here. Let's see. Where did I leave off? And how much time do I have? I got enough time, I think. Let's see. Dan, are we done with the freezes? Let's see. Caressa, how is tomorrow evening for pictures? Prom pictures, maybe? I don't know. Well, I probably shouldn't guess as to what kind of pictures, but how's tomorrow evening for pictures? I think, for the most part, going to be fine. But you may have some picturesque thunderstorms, like the sun is going to be setting. And if you're looking one way, maybe like some oranges with some big billowing clouds. It may make some really nice pictures unless you're right underneath that thunderstorm. Tony, hello, sir. Hope all is well. All is well. Castor, hola. Loving more rain. You know what? I mean, this is definitely an El Nino type spring, and so we've got more rain on the way. And I would not be surprised if this year, yet last year I think we ended up with little over 20 inches, which is way below average. I wouldn't be surprised if this year we weren't way above average, like well into the 30s, maybe even pushing 40 before the year is over. So yeah, we've got more water to wash plates and shower. That's right. Chris, light drizzle in South New Braunfels. Thank you, sir. That radar is really tricky this evening. And yeah, Castor, hey, happy belated first day of spring, yes. And okay, I'm answering that, Alan, for Divine. Divine, you may be just a tad bit too far to the south. You're going to be really close there in Divine. And hi from Portland. Tell everybody in Portland that we said hi. And sorry, possible hail tonight. I don't think tonight. I really don't think we're going to have hail tonight. If we did, it would be really, really small and mainly way down to the south. That's the way it looks to me. I just think we've got way too much of a cap to overcome that. And plus, it's the time of day, too. It's kind of cooler. Castor, we could have some hailstones, especially, I showed you the map. Let's go back to that map here. Especially, let's say, from Bandera to San Antonio to Karnes City, and then kind of north and eastward from there. I think that's probably best. What time tomorrow? I would say anytime around 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., somewhere in that time frame. Hey, tell everybody Cotulla. How's everybody in Cotulla? Let's see. I hadn't been to Cotulla in a while. And, well, thanks, Zane, for watching from New Braunfels. New Braunfels, great town. There's a new place, and I hate to give a commercial, but I'm going to. I think it's Fun is More Fun Outdoors, something like that. I've lived here for a long time. I didn't even know the place existed, but you got to look it up. If you're from New Braunfels, you probably know all about it. But it looks like just an awesome place. So anyway, let's see. Let's see, is that Maria Teresa? Yeah, hi, how are you? And JR, howdy, how are you doing? And let's say, Javi, how are you doing? Shane, hope you're doing well. Boy, a lot of folks here. Light drizzle in Pearsall. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. Again, the radar, I can't really see it. But you know what I use as a proxy sometimes for the radar is the visibility. So I think I'm going to go to that. And I'm ready for some sunshine. Okay. Cinnamindi and Rudy. How about Blanco, Texas? Blanco. There's a chance, and here, I'm getting to it right now. I've got to kind of hurry this up a little bit. Let's see. All right, this is tonight. Drizzle really starting to develop, showers developing, really kind of soupy, some patchy fog, I think. Tomorrow morning we'll be in the upper 50s, and then notice right around sunrise, some eastern counties, you really will have a chance for some thunder. Where you see the red there towards Hallettsville, Gonzales in the morning, some of those could be hail producers. No doubt about that, but the timing of the day with temperatures in the 60s, it's a little doubtful. And then look what happens to us as we head into the afternoon. Highs, I think we'll hit the mid 70s, and we'll have some sunshine in the afternoon. And then as the main upper level system comes in, bam, a few thunderstorms. And won't be many. I think they'll be isolated to scattered, mainly starting like Bandera County, Kerr County, Fredericksburg in the evening, and barely touching like northern Bexar County. And you see that. See, it won't play out exactly like this, by the way, but that's the highest likelihood. This is the HRRR, and I really love this map, the model when it comes to this kind of a situation. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip over the aquifer, but I am going to give you the pollen count. Kind of. That way I could save myself a little time. Oak is 3,400 and heavy. Mold is 720 moderate. Hackberry, mulberry, both of those are light. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast. Tonight, about a 50-50 shot of measurable rain. I'm going to have to up that up a little bit. Tomorrow morning, mainly showers. You see my lightning bolt there. That's just in case. Mainly showers. Could be some thunderstorms to the south and east. Then the sun comes out. High mid-70s. And then another chance for a few thunderstorms late in the day. Some of those could have some hail, maybe up to the size of marbles, maybe a little bit bigger. And then Friday morning, some fog first thing, and then sunny, high 79. Sunshine on Saturday, becoming partly cloudy, and then cloudy, maybe even a little drizzle, I think, Sunday morning. High 75, the next system comes in. At this point, I'm going to give it a 40% chance of a shower or thunderstorm Monday morning. High 76, Tuesday 76, and then Wednesday, high right around 80. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun, and I will be back tomorrow night as well, and we can do it again then. Make sure and watch 10 o'clock. March Madness starts tomorrow, so hopefully you've made your bracket. You know, I don't know if you're like me, if you make brackets, I always end up having ones and twos. But you know it's never going to end up that way. The Final Four, it's never ones and twos. Sometimes there's a couple of ones and a couple of twos, but there's always a 4 or 5 or a 6. That's what makes it so much fun. And in one of my brackets, I'm going to move the curtain or what. Nobody cares, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I've got McNeese in one of my brackets. I filled out 2, going all the way to the 3rd round. Yeah, well, anyway. I know I told you probably wouldn't care. But anyway, I'll see you at 10 o'clock. Thanks for streaming with me, and we'll see you later.